Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Birdie coming at you fast with another Beast Builds video. And today we are going to be looking at Shinbi, the sexy singer. I don't know how to fucking alliterate her name. I guess you could say Shinbi, the steamy superstar singer, or whatever. I don't know. But we're going to be looking over at a deck for her. And I know it took me a while. It always takes me a while when I'm playing a hero that ends up being not too quote unquote meta because I can't tell if I just suck with the hero or if the hero is just difficult to play. And it's definitely the fact that the hero is difficult to play. I obviously don't suck with the hero, guys. Come on. No, I mean, everyone has their own definition of suck. I think I did all right with her. I got a couple of wins with her anyway. But she is definitely not seen as a strong person right now in this meta. I feel like she's kind of like a Kalari. She is expert difficulty after all. She's really hard to play well, and I feel like a lot of people just drop her before they realize her true potential. But even still, she doesn't really fit too well with the way the game works right now and the way people play the game right now. So it's really hard. It was really hard making a deck for her. But I ended up trying to put my best together to kind of emphasize some key points with her. So you guys notice I actually have Blink Charm on her, which is going to be a little bit of a twist. I think Blink Charm works awesome with her, and I'm going to kind of explain my the way I play with her and why I put Blink Charm on there. But we're going to be playing her in off lane with this deck. I prefer her in off lane. A lot of people prefer her in off lane. She can also do mid lane decently well, but I'd always prefer a Howitzer or a Gideon in mid lane with the better rotations. And she can also jungle, but it's like, you can jungle with Kalari as well, but you'd rather have a Grux jungler or a Rampage jungler or something like that than a Shinbi jungler. So let's not worry about jungling right now. You have your healer token and the shaman's drink start. So you actually don't have a health potion or a hunter's drink. You have a shaman's drink for mana, and this is because as an offlaner, it's really easy to poke the other person with your Q or your square attack to throw out your wolves and to get last hits on minions, which is what makes Shinbi kind of nice in offlane, because she can still get CP kind of easily if she just, does a good job of poking. So then we're going to start off with damage and with the Adamant Edge and the Ward. Okay, she is Intellect and Order, or not. Why do I always say Order when I mean to say Growth, man? She's Intellect and Growth, and that's kind of a weird pairing, especially on an Assassin. But it works out all right in some cases with her, so just bear with me here. So Adamant Edge, 6 points. Sage's Ward, 6 points. And then you have Venom Shell, 6 points. And we're going to build a little bit of passive armor on her, okay? Not a lot. We're not going to focus on it. Most of my upgrades are damage and pen with her. But we're going to have some passive armor. I'm going to explain that later. And then some mid-game items would include Chronomancer Disc. Okay, Chronomancer Disc is really nice because of that 10% cooldown reduction, which really helps her spam her abilities a lot. And it's definitely nice to have that spam ability with her. To have her wolves up every 1.8 seconds instead of 2. It does make a pretty decent difference. And her other abilities that are a bit on longer cooldown, definitely, chunk 2, 3, 4 seconds. No, not 4 seconds. Well, more than 4 seconds if you think about her ult. Let her ult come up quicker. It's just really nice to have this cooldown reduction on her, plus some mana regen. Okay, you want some mana regen on her. And Magna Lens also for some pen, because at this point in the game, most heroes are going to have at least 8 points of passive ability armor. So this will shred a lot of that, because this gives you 8 points of ability armor pen and 12 points of power when you fully upgrade it, plus some more mana regen, which is really, really nice. Then we also have Hunter's Guile, because she's a growth hero. Hunter's Guile is really nice to activate to prevent any CC, or remove debuff rather, not prevent CC, but remove debuff. So if you get hit by an Aurora or a slow or whatever, you can use it and get out of there. Also helps you with your evasiveness and elusiveness. And after this, because we have Blink Charm, you'll probably build Blink Charm amongst your first items, depending on how you're playing. If you're dying a lot and you really need to run away a lot and escape a lot, then use Blink Charm. But usually early on in the game, I'm just building a lot of damage so I can come in and just implode people, which you can totally do with Shinbi, okay? You can't do it all right away like a Countess can, but if you poke and you do it right and you're evasive in a team fight and everything, you can still do a lot of damage with this. So use Blink Charm as an escape, typically. That's what I like to use it as. And then as you're moving into your 12-point cards, you're going to be building a lot more damage. You're going to be replacing your Venom Shell with stuff like Snakebite Mesh, which has a full upgrade bonus of 8 ability armor. Again, we're going to be building passively into the armor. Same thing with Spike Boneplate. We're going to be building a little bit of basic armor as passive as well. This will help her because she is up close and personal. That's why I also have some health upgrades in the Hunter's Guile, because armor does scale with health. A lot of people don't know that, actually. Building raw armor won't do you much good without some health, because it does scale with your health. So the more health you have, the better that armor helps with you. It's kind of like a percentage, if you want to think about it in that way. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. That's why I build a little bit of health with this Hunter's Guile, as well as another major strike. And so a lot of damage. And then, because Blink Charm is a 5-point card and not a 6-point card, we got to average that out with a 13-point card as one of our final build cards, which is going to be Magna Lens with a whole lot of ability pen. Okay, this will, again, let you blow people up pretty easily. You get 22 points of ability pen, which is not too shabby. It's not all 30, but it's still a decent amount. You get some mana regen. You get some more power on the full upgrade bonus. And that's about it. So your final build in the end of the day is going to be Chronomancer Disc. I'm assuming, wait, hold on, let me remember this. No, it's not going to be Chronomancer Disc. Chronomancer Disc you're going to throw away a little bit later, because when you upgrade your abilities, they get on a cooldown quicker, so you can kind of throw away Chronomancer Disc at that point. That's just kind of for mid-game. But your final cards are going to be Spike Boneplate, Snakevine Mesh, which are going to add up to 24, Hunter's Guile, which is going to be another 12-point card, so that's going to be 36. You're going to have Sage's Ward, because you want to have a ward on her. That's going to be 42. You're going to have Blink Charm, which is 47, and then Magna Lens for 60. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards altogether for 60 points, and that is going to be your build with Shinbi. Just a good amount of damage and a good amount of sustainability. See, the reason why I say that she doesn't work with the current quote-unquote meta, as a lot of people would call it, is because a lot of people are just really bursty or really CC, one or the other. Whereas Shinbi is survivalist, okay? She's there in a team fight. She has lifesteal with her ability, with her Wolves ability. I think it's called Circle Rhythm. I think that's what the name of the ability. And it gives you a really good amount of lifesteal, actually, per hit. But you do have to be up close and personal. And usually you don't have enough time to build 7 to 8 stacks for your ult to really do a lot of damage. So it makes it kind of difficult. So the reason, again, coming back to building stacks, I have Blink Charm on her because you can actually use her dash for a lot of damage back and forth. It's 2 points, it's 2 hits of ability damage for 1 mana cost, because when you activate it the first time, that's the only time it actually drains mana. If you reactivate it again, it won't use any mana, and it does a decent amount of damage, so you can like go back and forth on somebody and deal some damage while also being elusive. That'll give you 2 stacks. If you're up close, you get 4 stacks with your Circle Rhythm, and if you're spamming her Q ability, you'll get more stacks with the Wolf like that. You know, hit the Q, hit the auto, hit the Q. The thing that's really hard about Shinbi is that there's a lot of buttons you always got to be pressing all the time, and it makes it kind of hard to micromanage all of that. Plus also being aware of your surroundings, plus also not getting imploded by a Steel ult or a Gideon ult or whatever. It's really hard to play Shinbi, which is why a lot of people get really frustrated with it, but I found that this deck works the best for me, and for an assassin who is melee, you do want to have a little bit of sustainability to make sure that her lifesteal kind of helps her out a bit more than usual, and yeah, and that's about it. That's just kind of my deck build for Shinbi. So you can like it, you cannot like it. It's all good, all in the hood. Do not worry, friends. I love you nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, make sure you all have a wonderful day. Peace.